All right, this is Anabolic Academy on serious and silliness bodybuilding. There you go. There's the shirt. So, what is Anabolic Academy? If this is the first time you're tuning in, you send me questions via Instagram, Facebook, my email, whatever. See me in the street, see me in the gym, ask a question, and I will answer it right here on this YouTube channel. So, how do you reach me? Serious and Silliness Instagram, John Livia Facebook, John Livia TikTok, or email me, UncleJohn1201 at Gmail, or John_Livia at yahoo.com. And that's Livia, L-I-V as in Victor, I-A. Okay. So I got 4 questions. 3 from Fran is the man, and 1 from a friend of mine at work who thinks he's a wise ass. But you'll see what I have to put up at work every day. Okay, let's get right into it. I apologize if I'm not as springy as usual. I'm feeling a little under the weather today. I don't want to get into descriptions of what came out of me, but we're going to do the show, and it's going to be a good one. And all you guys are going to watch it, and you're going to subscribe. You're going to like it. You're going to make comments. You're going to send it to your friends. All right, here we go. Fran is the man. Fran never fails. First question. Are you secretly prepping for a comeback show? You are looking extra lean lately. No. Fran, I do this every year. Every year in the wintertime, I slack off and I eat what I want. And, in New York, it's very dark and we order pizza and eat junk food. And the holidays are around and I go, oh, God, I'm getting out of shape. And then once like March rolls around or April, I go, oh, man, I got to get back in shape. And I start doing more cardio and I start cleaning up my diet. And before you know it, I'm in like diet mode. I don't really low carb it, but then what happens is I might try intermittent fasting. I might try manipulating my carbs, and I kind of do a different structure every year to get lean. And I kind of do this every year, but as I get older, it's actually harder and harder to do it. The amount of time that it takes me to get lean now, 10 years ago would take me, no time, but that's because I'm an old man, son of a bitch. Anyway, so no, I am not doing a show. You could pretty much put money on the fact that I'm not doing a show and you'll be a foolproof winner. Anyway, Fran is the man. Next question. Now that Sam Sulek is not with Hostel, would you accept a deal with Hostel if Fouad offers it to you? Fran, I would accept a deal from Boy Scouts of America. I would accept a deal from BLM and the KKK at the same time. There's no shame in my game. If Hostel came to me and said, hey, we want to give you this much money to wear a t-shirt and promote our products, I'd be like, yeah, sounds good to me. And then I would like literally turn into the biggest sellout in bodybuilding history. No, I'm not selling out. I just tell the truth, man. The video I put out yesterday with Nick Trigili and Fouad. I mean, after I put that video out, Nick put up a DM that Fouad sent to him. He put it on his Instagram, and it said basically, "I'm going to ruin your career, and you're going to know it's me," and so on and so forth. And it's like, wow, dude. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I'm always of the opinion that Fouad should take the high road. You know, that's my opinion. There are going to be people that talk gossip. I mean, Nick is great at that. And it's not like Fouad is the only one he talks about. He talks about everybody. I mean, he's done stuff on me in the past. And you just got to take the high road, unless you're on my level, in case you didn't know. And then I fired back at Nick right after his YouTube channel was taken. But look, it is what it is, man. Anyway, all right. So yes, I would take endorse. I have no endorse. I don't have any endorse. Everything you see here comes out of my pocket. So yeah, if anybody wants to give me money to promote their product or whatever, absolutely. All right. Third question from Fran is the man. Do you think performance enhancement drugs should be allowed in pro sports other than bodybuilding? I think it should be allowed, but it should be regulated. Okay, because for those of you who are old enough to remember 90s baseball, man, it was great. the home runs were insane. If you guys don't remember, go in YouTube, Barry Bonds' best home runs. I mean, it was like a missile leaving the stadium in San Francisco. It was unreal. There was a bay behind the stadium, and people would be in boats waiting for Barry Bonds to hit a ball out of the stadium into the bay so that they could get a collector's item, a baseball that Barry Bonds hit. I mean, it was unbelievable. Who else? What's his name? Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. I mean, the baseballs would leave the stadium in under a second. It was insane. It was off the bat. It was ridiculous. It was, and the guys were big because they were taking anabolics, and they were big dudes. I mean, they were big. I mean, you look up Barry Bonds. For those of you that are not old enough to remember, Barry Bonds, his father was Bobby Bonds, who was not nearly as good of a ball player as Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was an excellent ball player with or without the anabolic use, because at the beginning of his career, he was a great ball player. And then once he started taking anabolics, he became like the greatest ball player. But there'll always be an asterisk there because of the anabolic use. But you go back and look at his early career and look how he was in shape. He was an athlete, but he was very small. And then you go back and look at his later career, and he was jacked, big. I mean, the baseball bat looked like a stick in his hand, and he was so confident at the plate. Like he would make pitchers, he would basically make pitchers intimidated, and they would unintentionally, what they refer to as intentionally pitching around him. So he has a lot of walks because they didn't want to, take the chance of throwing it down the middle, throwing down the pipe, in the strike zone, because he would cremate the ball. So the guy would literally get one pitch a night, and he would find it and smash the shit out of the ball out of the stadium. It was insane. So I think it should be, but regulated. The only problem I would have with anabolics in sports would be contact sports, because now it's like, it's vicious enough. Like, think about if the UFC tests for anabolics. Think about if the UFC just let them use. I mean, you're talking, God, it would just be vicious. It would just be worse, bloodier, more vicious, because these guys are bigger and stronger, and I don't know. I don't know. And then faster too. That would be lightning faster, anyway. So yeah, I would, but I would want it regulated, to be honest with you. And I think, see, the thing is, I think there's always going to be people that try to use it. And I think there are always going to be people that get away with it. And then you're not on a level playing field. You try, but there's always going to be the athlete that wants to win and is going to risk it. And we've seen this in the past. Like, I remember James Toney, a great fighter, wanted to be a heavyweight. And then he tested positive for DECA. He had won the heavyweight title, and then they took the title away from him. So there's always going to be people that try to push the envelope. And in my opinion, if you could take it and you could regulate it somehow, some way, at least it puts everybody on an even playing field, right? And then you would have, blood work done, doctors looking through it, and so on and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. But what do I know? All right. Last question. This is from my friend, Dave Bardo. So Dave thinks he's a wise ass, and he actually sent me a question. Let's see details. Okay, so here's the question. I've heard it's possible to catch AIDS by being gay enough to believe that working out changes anything. This is what I got to put up at work every day. This is the kind of thing I got to put up at work every day. Yeah, okay. So obviously, Dave is a ball breaker, and he's got jokes. But I wasn't going to skip over this question because it's funny. Oh God, they always because nobody at the gym, very few guys at work out. So they tease me. They go, "Oh, do you go into the sauna with the rest of your gay guys after?" Like that's I gotta. This is what I gotta deal with, you know. But Dave is actually a really good dude. He's a good husband. He's a good father, and he's a very very hard worker. Um, so him and I are friends, and he's a very likable guy. And this is what friends do. This is what friends do. All right, guys, listen. Like, share, subscribe, and always keep your notification bell on so that you get the best content, bodybuilding content on YouTube. And Jolene just made a cameo on back of me. All right, later. Peace.